Town with Flint Town back again. Randall W. Scott III, of course, with my main man, Ray Dog, Ray Asensio. How we been doing, Killer?
Hit a deer Monday.
Oh,
So I've been off work, man, and it's been a long week. That's about as nice as I can put it.
yeah. Oh, I bet, man. I bet that, man. It's that time of year where those deer just get out there, man.
I've never hit a deer till Monday. That's the first time ever.
That's crazy. You just told me you've never been in an accident. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I probably jinxed myself saying that.
No, you ain't, man.
But no, not that I can recall. Been pretty lucky. But
yeah,
I've never hit a deer, so I'm going through the loopholes with the insurance and appraisers and people not answering my goddamn emails and.
Yeah, I just went through the same thing. I didn't hit nothing, but I went through some water, and I've been dealing with insurance and companies, and yeah, it's a bit of a headache, but it does work out for you.
I hope so.
It better, man.
Better work out.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. Okay, cool, man. All right, hey, let's start this with a bang. You know we got to start with our roll call, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today we're going to do, man, who's that celebrity crush? Who's those celebrity crushes you used to have? And back in the day, you know, you turn it on and be like, oh, hey, right? So start me off, Ray. Who was that first celebrity crush you can remember?
Okay, let me say this before we get into the crushes.
Uh-huh.
What you and I mean by crushes, it's who we liked.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean she was the hottest girl in the world. I mean, she may have been or may not have been. So it's just a preference. It's just who we liked, okay? So that's how we're doing our crushes. So my first one, my favorite crush of all time is Erin Gray. A lot of people know her from Buck Rogers.
Okay.
And Silver Spoons.
Okay.
That was Edward's wife on Silver Spoon. She was the secretary. Kate Summers.
Kate Summers.
She is the hottest woman I've ever seen in my life.
All right, I got you. Kate Summers, the secretary. Okay. All right, I'm going that one too. So she was older, right?
Yeah.
Okay, mine's older too, man. I could not get enough of Sally Field back in the day. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like in those Smokey and the Bandit movies and stuff, I was like, what? Like Sally Field. And still to this day, I don't even care. Like she'd be busted up like she's in Lincoln. You ever see that Lincoln movie? Oh, she's old and busted in that movie. But I'm still like, that's my girl, Sally Field.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, dude, yeah.
What was her name? Miranda?
I think so.
The evil wife or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, she always looked like that girl next door.
Oh, yeah. I think that's my type right there, too. You got to love the girl next door look, right?
Okay, let me see. Another one comes to mind would be Carol Seaver from Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
With the big glasses, that nerdy look. I had a crush on her.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm going more modern times. Dude, Scarlett Johansson. I can't. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I know. She's got that everyday girl look. You know what I mean? Like my favorite movie of hers was Lost in Translation. I don't even think she wears makeup in that movie for most of it, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, she's hot. So yeah, I'm all about Scarlett Jo.
Okay, I'm gonna surprise you with this one.
Okay.
We all had a crush on Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss. Okay, that's an obvious one.
Standard.
Yeah. But her best friend on the show, I don't know how many appearances she made, maybe a handful. Leah Remini was her best friend on there. Her name was Charlie, and I liked her on Who's the Boss. That was my crush.
All right. How about that girl from Blossom? Not Blossom, but Six.
Jenna Von Oy.
Oh yeah. Oh, Six was rocking it right there.
If I had to pick a short, thick, which ain't really my thing, if I had to pick, that would be the one I'd pick.
There you go, right there, right?
Okay, who else I got? Miss Elizabeth, Macho Man Randy Savage's manager.
Yeah.
The 80s version of Elizabeth. Yeah. That. If you were a male wrestling fan back in the 80s, that was your crush.
Okay, and I know we've addressed the different Janet Jacksons in the room before, but I'm telling you, Janet Jackson, Velvet Rope era. Oh, dude, I was like, what? Janet Jackson, yes.
Justice.
Yes, there you go, right there.
Okay, who else we got? Hillary Banks.
Hillary Banks.
Yep, I love me some Hillary Banks. Still do.
Okay, this one is going to blow your mind, man. This is weird. And if some of you guys remember my baseball locker, I actually had a picture of her in there. It's going to mess you up because I'm not even sure why I liked her.
I used to know this. I don't remember, though.
Dude, I had a picture of Chelsea Clinton when she was a teenager in my locker in baseball. I don't know why I had that thing, but I was like, yeah, Chelsea's my girl. And I put that. It was.
Did she have the braces on?
I don't know. She was playing soccer. She was like on her high school soccer team, and I had the picture of Chelsea Clinton in my baseball locker, man, playing soccer.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
Okay. That kind of reminded me of somebody. I used to like Jennifer Capriati.
Oh yeah, yes.
Because I think we're around the same age, like maybe a year or two apart. But when she was 13 and doing her thing on the tour, I think I might have been like 12. I had a crush on her.
Oh yeah, dude. And you know what? I'm gonna go tennis too. Steffi Graf. I love Steffi Graf, man. I would watch her play all the time. That was my thing. And I don't even know much about tennis. I really don't. But I was all in on Steffi Graf. All in on Steffi Graf.
Yeah, her one of her fans is the one that stabbed Monica Seles in the neck.
Yeah, like that crazed fan. And you feel bad for obviously Monica Seles for getting busted up, but Steffi Graf's like, dude, I have nothing to do with this crazy fan, but this fan did it anyways.
I know it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Who else I got here? Let me see. I'm going to go with, I'm going to have to tell you what movies she was in because then you'll know her. Maria Alonso. She was on Colors, the movie Colors, the Mexican lady that Pac-Man was dating, and she was on The Running Man.
Okay, nice.
She might have been a little bit hotter than Aaron Gray. Okay. But yeah, definitely her.
Okay, and this one too, dude. And I know we talked about her as an actress, Regina King.
Oh yeah.
I love some Regina King, man.
Did you like her when she was on 227?
Yeah. I never watched that show.
Okay, all right.
But I know that she was on that show. So I'm with you there, man. Yeah, no, I still do some Regina King when she comes on. She just seems real. I don't know. I know they're acting, right? But I feel like I could hang with her. Like, what's up? What's up, Regina? Boom. Give me some.
Okay. There's another girl I like, Zendaya Coleman.
Yeah.
What was that show she was on?
Is that the Euphoria girl?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. But there was a Nickelodeon show that she was on, but I think she was an adult at the time. Under KC Undercover is what it was called.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a good show, but yeah, she's small. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. To a T, that's the way I like my women. Tall, super thin, pretty, good teeth. I mean that.
There you go.
I don't even know how I can top that one.
All right. Okay. Cool, man. All right. Cool. You got any more? You want to throw at me?
Let me see. Eva Mendes was somebody I liked.
Yeah.
Especially on Training Day. Ooh.
Yes.
Let me see. I used to like. God, there's a lot of wrestlers I could name. I'll just pick two. Let me see. In the last 10 years, as far as wrestlers go, Dakota Kai, that's my wife.
Okay.
Dakota, right. I'm married to Dakota Kai.
There you go.
That is my wife. I cheated on Zendaya with Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is my wife now. And who else? Another wrestler. I like. Okay, I got to be respectful when I say this because I really like her as a person, as a performer.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to sound like a pervert.
Sure.
But I love Ruby Soho, who used to go by Ruby Riot.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know how wholesome she is, but I like her.
Okay.
I like her. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. All right. That's it for Celebrity Crushes. Let's move on now. Okay. So you told me you got a what you know about it from me?
Yeah, got one for you.
What you got?
All right. What you know about the over-the-road expediting business?
Oh.
Okay, there's no wrong answers. Just tell me what you know.
All right.
No, let me put it to you this way. If I'm a young kid that my first day is tomorrow and I know absolutely nothing, what would be your advice to me? What would you say?
This is what I would say. First of all, get yourself a truck like my boy Ray over here, right? Ray's got the truck going. He's got things working on it. And second of all, man, it's just about getting stuff from A to B, right? You get stuff from A to B. It might be a big package, might be a little package. You don't know where you're going every day, so you got to like the freedom, man, right? You get the freedom.
Oh, man, yeah.
There's no bosses breathing down your neck. You got the choice to say, I'm going to do this job or I'm not going to do it, right? You taught me all this, by the way. And just let you know.
On the job training. It was on the job training.
On the job training, right? Right. And also, too, man, you just got to love you got to have some good jams on the rides, right? You might be driving down to Kentucky. You might be going to Cincinnati. You might be going to West Michigan. You got to have good jams for the ride, right? You got to have a playlist ready to rock, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Also, too, man, you got to know you got to know how to deal with people, right? Because you get in these shops, right? Most of the time you're expediting, you're going from shop to shop, right? And sometimes you're going to get the awesome people that know exactly what to do, where to go. Sometimes you're going to get those lazy people, those angry people. You got to know how to deal with them, right? I've seen you work that angle pretty good, right?
I've become better at that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then you also got to know just about how to get around gigantic factories, right? You know what I mean? Like we went into some of these plants. I'm like, dang, man, it's a city, right? And then, yep.
When you go to a big ass Ford plant or a General Motors plant, what's the first thing you do if you've never been there before?
First thing you do, like when you're
Like when you get there, like man, I ain't never been to this big place before. What do you do like right before you pull up? What's one of the first things you do?
You gotta be looking for the signs, right? You know what you're
Yeah, looking for what?
Signs?
Yep.
The receiving signs, right?
That's the right answer. What else do you look for?
I'm missing one here. I'm sorry. Let's see here. We gotta what do you do? I don't know. Help me out with this.
To any aspiring expedite driver, I'm talking about when you go to the big General Motors facilities or Ford, the main facilities. Always look for the security booth.
Security booth. There you go. My bad. I knew what you're saying there. Yep.
Because when I started doing this job, they just threw me out there.
Yep.
I knew nothing. They just wanted me to ask a bunch of questions as I went along. And I told Steve, I said, "Are you sure you want me to ask a lot of questions?" I said, "Because I'm going to ask a lot of dumb questions." And I said, "I know I'm going to get frustrated and mad, but just stuff you learn, man, like knowing where the security guard is, being on time. Remember you showed up at my house and I thought we were going to be late. I said, damn it, Randy.
I was 3 minutes late. He was on me. He was like, we got to go.
That was like a minute. You weren't 3 minutes, about a minute. But no, being on time,
Yep.
Finding that security guard, like you said, learning, you got to learn how to deal with people.
Yep.
Because if you're in a shipping and receiving position, you're going to be dealing with some dumbass truck drivers every now and then. But when you're a truck driver, you're going to deal with some miserable. They're probably only working there because their husband or whatever is the chairman, and they gave her. You're gonna be dealing with them miserable, not just women, guys too, just miserable people working behind that, because that looks like that's a stressful job, and I know it don't pay enough.
Right.
But they work hard. I mean, but there's stupid truck drivers and there's stupid ass shipping and receiving people. I did learn some people skills in the last 4 years dealing with that. I do know how to deal with people for the most part.
Oh, yeah, no doubt you do. No doubt, man. Yeah, it's cool. And don't forget that orange vest, y'all. You got to have that orange vest, man.
Oh, yeah. Steel toes. Steel toes.
Steel toes and that orange vest.
Yep.
That's how we roll.
Yep. Side shields on the glasses. Got to have the side shields on.
I like it. All right, cool, man. Expediting 101.
Yep.
We're ready. Right. All right. Okay, I'm going to hit you with what you know about. All right.
Okay.
All right, what you know about Tuesday nights growing up.
Tuesday nights.
What did you do on Tuesday nights?
Okay.
What was your thing?
Okay. You mean like grade school?
Anything you could remember on Tuesday nights. Like, what did you do on random ass Tuesday nights?
Tuesday Night Titans, WWF, like early 80s.
Yeah.
That's when Vince McMahon it looked like a Johnny Carson talk show.
Okay.
If you've seen it, you would know what I'm talking about. It looked like a talk show. You had Lord Alfred Hayes sitting on the couch. Tuesday Night Titans.
Tuesday Night Titans. There you go.
Let me see. What else was Tuesday nights? Tuesday Night Fights on USA, man. I used to watch Mike Tyson with the Adidas shorts on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Kid Dynamite. That was before he was Iron Mike. Kid Dynamite.
There you go.
Okay? And I'm sure on a Tuesday evening, I was at an open gym somewhere.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because in Flint, there was always somewhere to play no matter what neighborhood you grew up in.
Yep.
There was always somebody that was opening up that gym, letting the kids play.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what kept us out of trouble growing up.
No doubt, man. You needed something to do on those cold-ass January Tuesday nights so you'd be there balling somewhere. Yep.
Tuesday nights, let me see. I'm sure I've spent a lot of time in the gym working out on a Tuesday night. What else I like to do on Tuesdays? What was a Tuesday? When I worked at Warwick Hills Golf Course for all them years, but they had a policy there. If you worked 200 consecutive hours without being late or missing a day, you would get a free paid day off. I would always choose Tuesday because Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I was always on a fairway mower.
Okay.
And I loved mowing fairways. That makes your day go by super, super fast.
Yep.
And I enjoyed it. I didn't take Thursdays off because that was payday. So Tuesday be the day I take off at Warwick Hills. I always took Tuesday off.
All right.
Let me see. I got anything else on Tuesdays? That's about it. That was about a random question, but
I was hoping to catch you on a random.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question. Cool. I like those kind of questions. I hope I gave some good answers there.
You did great, man. I loved it. I knew it. I knew you'd come up with some shows, and I knew you'd come up with some hoops. I knew you had that, man. All right, cool. All right, let's shift gears again, man. You wanted to talk about something that was in the news, right?
Yeah, this is kind of old news. I know it was I think last spring, but I don't think we talked about it yet. It was the controversy in Laverne, Tennessee, the Laverne Police Department, where the young lady was caught somehow she was having sex with 5 of her fellow police officers and the police chief. Wow. I don't really know all the facts behind it, but my question to you, okay, let me say this, okay? I'm not here to talk about what's right and what's wrong, okay? I'm the last person who needs to be talking about ethics, the code of ethics, okay?
Right.
I'm the last person.
Me too.
No, you'd be qualified. You're a good man. But I'm just wondering why this story is so unique and why she got put on blast the way that she did.
Yeah.
Because I've worked at places where it was well known that the higher ups was banging this girl. He's a married man. I could name names if I wanted to. I'm not, obviously, but this happens at a lot of workplaces.
Yeah.
Guys are cheating, and women, but spouses are cheating on their spouses with fellow workers. I'm just curious, why is this story so unique when it happens all over the country every day? Today, somewhere in the United States, today, somewhere, somebody took some chick to lunch and had his hands all over her, and he's a married man, okay? But he ain't getting put on blast. He ain't going viral. Why is she under all this, attack and fire, even though she did cause some of it?
Yeah.
But why her and not nobody else?
Well, I think the news answer, right? Because I used to be a news guy. The reason why that attracts attention is because it's a public figure, right? You get into cops and politicians, and you get, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. The everyday Joe, it's not newsworthy to somebody because nobody knows him, nobody knows them. But with cops, you expect to be a higher standard, right? And I think that's probably why it made the news. I don't agree with it. I like to stay out of people's personal business, right?
Wow.
But if you ask why it made the news, I think it's because, cops, especially in local areas, small areas, that's a big news story, right? And then that just catches on and goes viral from there. But I think it's because, they're cops, so they're public figures, and we expect to have more out of them, and we expect to see less of that in our police departments than we would everywhere else. You know what I mean? But really, it's nobody's business. I'll tell you that right now. It's nobody's business, but that's why it gets to those headlines.
That's true. Very, very true. But if you took the police departments, the fire departments, attorneys, judges, and like you said, the important public, or however you worded that.
Yeah.
Why her? Why not? I mean, is she the only cop that cheated on her husband?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why her and no one else.
Yeah, I know.
In that field, anywhere in the country.
Yeah, exactly. Probably because somebody put her on blast, and nobody else.
Oh, they've annihilated her.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for her. Mm-hmm. Because I believe in forgiving people for most things, okay? And look, God bless her husband, man. He forgave her, and he's willing to, sweep that under the rug and move on. That's a great human being right there. I don't know if I would do that, but I don't know. Just wondering why her and no one else.
Yeah, and I just, man, you know what I'm saying? That's a good question.
Mary Kay Letourneau didn't get buried this bad.
You know what I'm saying, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Stay out of people's business, right?
Man, mind your own.
Let people be what they be.
See, we grew up in a generation, our parents and our grandparents used to tell us, stay out of grown folks' business.
Right.
And that's what I do. But leave the girl alone.
I'm with you on that.
All right. Okay, let's get off that.
All right, cool, man. We're moving on, man. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Lord. Ray's got something going.
There's 2 here, okay? You just got to choose one or the other.
Let's do it.
Arrowhead Stadium.
Uh-oh.
Or the Arrowhead at Flint Central High School.
Dang.
What you choosing, man?
Dang. Okay. All right. I'm going to go I'm going with that Flint Central Arrowhead. I really am, because there's something about that Flint and that Arrowhead. Like, you know, it used to be on the cop car, it used to be on shirts and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I remember getting that AC spark plug shirt one year. You know, they had the arrow.
Yeah.
Man, that's enrooted. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that I've got to.
Is that how old you are? AC spark plug? Are you that old?
We that old. We that old. Yeah, and I like the fact that I get to go to a place called Arrowhead just because it reminds me of that. You know what I mean? But no, man, I think I'm Flint Town first on that. That's where I got that first Arrowhead experience. You know what I mean? So I think I'm with that.
Man, you threw me off on that one, man, because I was expecting you to say Arrowhead Stadium, and I already kind of had made up how I was going to respond to that. But since we agree on that, I agree with you on that, man. I'm going with. I mean, the reason why I said Arrowhead Stadium is because obviously you're a lifelong Chiefs fan. You're wearing a Chiefs shirt, and you didn't even know I was going to bring up the Arrowhead thing today.
Which actually is going to lead to my next question for you, but finish this one up.
But definitely the Flint Arrowhead, okay? My fellow classmate, Stephanie Jackson, the editor-in-chief of the Arrowhead. Okay, that's why that newspaper was as great as it was.
Yeah.
It was the best in Genesee County. It still is.
Let's go.
She took great pictures. They wrote great articles.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. When we grew up in Potter School, we lead. We are leaders. So Stephanie Jackson ran that Arrowhead. She was the editor-in-chief. Now, I do have a lot of other friends that worked on Arrowhead too. I didn't want to name names because I didn't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah.
So I had to go straight to the top. Stephanie Jackson, the editor-in-chief.
All right, big ups to the Arrowhead staff. That's what I'm talking about. Stephanie and her crew. I love it. And yeah, man, just that whole symbol, the Arrowhead, man, that's just ingrained. And when I see it, I feel like home. I just do. I don't know why. You know what I mean? You see that symbol, you see that outline, you're like, oh yeah, that's Flint Town. Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer, man.
Good question. Good question. All right. So here's one for you.
Oh, one more.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Real quick. My first job when I lived in Arizona was at J.C. Penney at the Arrowhead Town Center. Okay, go ahead.
There you go, Arrowhead Town Center.
Go ahead.
He was home. All right. So we talking about that Chiefs earlier. Well, something happened, last couple weeks. I know you all heard about it, but two of my favorite things in life, the Kansas City Chiefs and Taylor Swift got together. Okay, Taylor Swift's dating Travis Kelce. I know you guys are sick of this story, but to me, that's two of my favorite things in life. And now they're together, so I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So Ray, what are the two things, or what are some pairs, some combinations of things in your life that you just love to combine, whether it's food or things you do? Like, what are some great combinations, man, for you?
Okay, if I'm doing something similar to what you just said there, it'd be Derek Jeter.
Okay.
Because he plays on my favorite baseball team. He's my favorite player, and he's always on the Michigan sidelines a lot. Well, for the big games, he is.
Yeah.
He's a Kalamazoo native. He's a lifelong Michigan backer. So that's a combination there, Michigan, New York Yankees.
Okay.
Let me see. Do I got any other weird combinations like that? Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Always got that Yankee cap on. That's my favorite actor.
All right.
My favorite all-time actor.
Okay.
He's always got the Yankee cap on.
So your favorite actor is your favorite team.
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Money Mayweather, Michigan fan. Big Michigan fan. All the Mayweathers are Michigan fans. You look at the old photos of him and the real Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, and Floyd Sr., and even their big head brother, nobody really knows that well, Jeff Mayweather. They're all Michigan fans.
Okay, all right.
So there you go. And the Steiner brothers.
Steiner brothers.
The Steiner brothers, not only Michigan fans, but they're from the Saginaw Valley Conference, and they're the greatest tag team of all time.
All right. What about like foods? Any good food combinations? You got to have one with the other. You got to be doing this, like, or stuff you do, like, while I'm watching football, I got to be eating this, or I got to be sitting here. I got to be. What are some other combinations you might have?
When I'm watching like a Michigan game, me and Marty always eat pizza. It's pizza time.
Yep.
And we take turns buying the pizza. So let me see. This Saturday it's going to be his turn.
Okay.
His turn. I bought Guido's last time.
Got Guido's, huh?
Overpriced. Good pizza. Overpriced ass pizza. Let me see. Combination foods. I don't know.
Okay.
Give me an example what you mean by
Okay,
combination foods.
Like peanut butter and chocolate, right? Like, so if I take a little peanut butter on the chocolate, I'm like, hell yeah, like a Reese's Pieces or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll tell you a combination that I've developed.
Okay.
And this is a new thing. Probably like, the last 12 months or so I've been doing it this way. You know how like when you and I go out to eat?
Yep.
if it's early in the day, if we eat junk early in the day, we make up for it later on, you know, with a good salad somewhere, or vice versa. Like, okay, I'm gonna eat me a grilled chicken salad today, but man, later on, man, I'm eating me a big tall burger or something. You know, we always do that. But what I've done, I've noticed this, is if I eat junk, and I don't eat big portions of junk no more, okay? I'll eat like a double cheeseburger and a small fry from Burger King, but that's early in the day. But I'll eat a whole bunch of green grapes later on, a whole bunch of them.
Yep.
And I drink a lot of water. And I walk.
There you go.
So that's kind of my combination, junk food and green grapes.
Okay, I got one that's kind of weird, but like when the temperature starts dropping at night, like it is right now, right? So like when it gets down 40s, 50s at night, it's not that freezing cold yet, but it's starting to get cold. Something about that, I gotta play some R&B music with it. I gotta play, you know, I gotta play like Troop. I gotta play like, you know what I mean, Sam Cooke. I gotta play some old R&B music when that weather starts getting cold. And I have no idea why that combination is a thing. But dude, it starts getting dark a little earlier. You roll down that window, it's like 50 degrees. And you put on an R&B jam. I don't know why, but that's what I do. I don't know. That's a combination I've developed for some reason. I'm like, I always got to put it on and roll.
Okay, well, I got something similar to that combination because I'm an over-the-road driver.
Sure.
I listen to Jim Cornette 95% of the time. That's what's in my radio. When I'm by myself, though, if I got people in the car, I'm going to have the music playing.
Right.
But when I'm by myself, which is pretty much all the time, I got the Jim Cornette experience, I got the drive-through playing, and I'm communicating with my fellow Cult of Cornette members, man.
Okay.
This is an elite. These people are so crazy. I've even got group texts with some of these guys across the country.
Yeah.
I thought my family was crazy when I was growing up. I thought people that I went to school with or people I grew up with were crazy. They ain't crazy like crazy these people are. I thought the Hells Angels were crazy in Glendale, Arizona.
These guys are crazier.
These guys are crazier, man. I love them.
Yeah,
I love them. I love them to death.
You told me you met one the other day, just randomly. What were you doing? You met one of these.
I was at it was my birthday. Before you and I went to where'd we go to eat on my birthday?
We went Mexican.
Okay, yeah, we had Mexican food.
Yep.
But I was at the old Archie's, Leo's Coney Island now in Davison. And a guy liked my hoodie, and he said he was a cult member. And I actually met another one last week. I was at the Speedway on Miller Road next to Applebee's.
Yeah.
And there was a guy with a Flint Pure Pro Wrestling T-shirt on, a raggedy T-shirt. He's one of the wrestlers. And we just started talking, and he's also a cult member. Matter of fact, his gimmick is he's a manager and he carries a gold tennis racket. He don't have the loaded horseshoes in it though, like Corny had though.
No,
but
you told him to.
But
get
yeah,
on
that's
that.
my combination: driving and Jim Cornette.
Okay, just made me think about that Taylor Swift thing happened. I was like, man, what are some combinations that you just love, right? So there we go. Okay, cool, man. What else you got, Ray?
My favorite combination is a right to the body followed with a right uppercut.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite combination.
There you go. That old school.
Too slow to do that now. Too slow to do that.
You just got to fight someone older. They're slow too.
Okay, you ready for another one?
Let's do it.
Okay. This is going to be more process of elimination, okay? So whatever it is that you choose in your head, we're going to talk about that last.
Okay.
I want you to I want you to tell me what is the hardest to do, what would be the hardest to accomplish of these three. You have to think though. I want you to think about it. And I'm going to give you some things to think about. Okay, choice number one. If you're an NBA player, I'm talking about if you're in tip-top shape, you're one of the best players, if not the best player in the world. So I want you to answer these questions as if you play that position and you're the best at what you do.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Choice number one of the difficult things to do, to score 125 points in an NBA game as an individual.
Okay.
Okay? To rush for 700 yards in one game as a rusher. You're gonna, okay, look, this last one here, I'm gonna have to, if you're a starting pitcher in the big leagues, a 27 pitch, complete game, perfect shutout.
Okay.
27, that's the minimum number of pitches that it's possible to pitch in a game.
Okay.
Because that means every single batter is swinging at the first pitch and they're out.
Okay, I got you.
So 125 points, 700 rush yards in a game, or a 27 pitch perfect game, complete game, shutout.
Okay,
so whatever you think is the hardest, save that one. We're going to do the process of elimination first, which is, I don't know if I should say the easiest, but what is the not so difficult of the three? You got to explain, too.
Okay, I got this. Okay. So I think, at first I thought, okay, the pitching would be the hardest, no doubt. But then I thought of something. The pitching is out of your control on that, right? Because I know that one person would take a pitch.
Yeah, especially if they know, like, everybody's first pitch. Yeah.
So I better take a pitch. So I think that one is more probable not to happen because, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the it's not all your control. Somebody could just say, I'm taking a pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so that's when I think that one would most likely not happen, right?
Okay, you were supposed to save that for last. Glad you listened to instructions.
I'm just going through my head right now. Okay. But the other one, so like the next one, so the next most difficult, I'm going the wrong way. I know, I'm just too late now.
Okay, well, since you're going the wrong way, I want you to explain why the 125 points in a game or rushing for 700 rush yards against NFL speed would be easier than that.
I got you on this. I'm going to tell you this right now. NBA, they just don't play no defense, right? And so if I'm some superstar on their last game, they might let me jack up 125 points. The NBA will do that, right? And I hate it. I hate that part of the NBA, but they let Kobe score whatever. He scored 60 on his last night, right? That fool can't score 60 no more. They let him score 60. You know what I mean? So they would let somebody do that. You would let somebody do that.
Yeah, they had some Michigan State guy guarding them that day. Go ahead.
Probably.
Morris Peterson.
Sorry, Mo Pete.
So you're saying Mo Pete let them get off?
I'm just saying that
I'm joking.
Yeah, as a collective, you know what I mean? They just let that stuff happen. So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody jacked up in some exhibition or some all-star game or some NBA game. You know what I mean? Like last NBA game. I don't think they'd let them do it in a regular season or a playoff game, but if it was someone's farewell game, they might do that.
125 points is what I said, though. I didn't say 80 or 60.
It's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. I'm not going to say it's easy, right? You know what I mean? But, if you're just going most likely, you know what I mean? I think that's way more likely than the pitching one.
You got to score 31 points every period.
I know it's hard.
You got to be hot from the outside.
I know, but I just think it's more probable. It's more probable because in baseball, they'll take that pitch just to spite you.
Is there enough time, though, to score 120? Even if they are letting you, is there enough time?
Probably not. Probably not. But damn, okay. And I got to tell you, you said 700 rushing yards?
In a game, one game by one person.
I mean, that damn near happens in a college every week now. Okay, not one person, but I think that one is pretty late. That was probably...
This is how I came up with my football number.
Yeah.
I tried to, I don't know what the record is in the NFL. I know no one's ever rushed for 400 yards.
No, I think two-something. High
okay, but whatever I thought a ballpark figure the record was, I just tried to double it.
Double it, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Against NFL talent.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let me rephrase this. Okay. Baseball's the hardest to do that on. Basketball would be the easiest to do that on.
Okay.
Football's in the middle. Football's in the middle because somebody's going to jack you up. Someone's going to, you know what I mean? At some point, I think you're more likely to get a pride thing in football than basketball these days. Now, you pull that crap in the 80s, you're going to break your neck trying to score 80 in the 80s, right?
Yeah, but I was talking about more from a competitive standpoint.
Competitive?
Not really I know today's game, they let you do anything. I know it ain't. Okay,
gotcha.
I'm talking about from a competitive standpoint.
Competitive?
125 earned points.
Yeah, competitive. I still think football will be harder.
Okay.
I still think football will be harder than basketball.
Okay.
You start dropping those double dribble 3-pointers from the half court line. He's on fire. No, I got it.
Let me see. If somebody rushed for 700 yards, you would have to have at the very least, 6 rushes where you had 85 or more yards on one rush.
Yeah, you'd have to beat every play.
Because you ain't gonna get 100 carries where you're getting 8 yards every single carry. The human body ain't built for that.
Right.
Not against NFL speed and talent.
No. And at some point they'd figure out, hey, he's getting the ball.
So the baseball would be the hardest.
Yeah, I think it's still that order. Baseball, football, and then basketball would be the easiest, I think.
Okay.
All right, that's where I'm at with that.
All right.
All right, good question. All right, man.
You got anything else, or?
No, I think I'm good with that. All right, cool. All right, so we out to shout outs now?
It's shout out time.
All right, shout out time. Ray, give me your shout out, man. It's been a while, man. Let's shout somebody out.
I'm glad that I'm able to shout this out when I'm about to shout out now. I'm dedicating this shout out to people that walk to work. I'm talking about that walk to work every day.
Yeah.
When you see that person, wearing a McDonald's smock or Speedway and they're walking to work in all this weather, you see the same people walking every day. I'm dedicating this to them. This ain't dedicated to you, ain't dedicated to her. If you got a car, you can eliminate yourself from this shout out.
All right.
Although all jobs are honorable.
Sure.
I'm just saying though, but it takes a certain kind of dedication where you're walking to work every single day for like a long time. I really appreciate people like that, okay? I don't care about your little suit and tie or whatever. When you see these people in the wintertime walking their asses to work, that is very, very honorable. And I appreciate every single one of them people, man. They're working at gas stations and fast food joints or wherever it is that they're working at. They got to get to work by any means necessary, and they're walking. And sometimes they walk a couple miles. They're better than I am. I mean, I probably would do it if I absolutely had to. Trust me, I would be whining and fussing and crying and complaining. So God bless them people that walk to work, man. Anybody that walks to work, man, good for you.
I love that one because I can't tell you how many times, especially in the winter, like you said, right? I've had that image where the sidewalks ain't shoveled, so they're walking on the side of the road.
Yeah,
trying to get where they're going, man. That's a good shout. I really like that one.
People that walk to work.
All right, I like that one. Good. And those are people never talk about too. So, all right, mine's got walking involved with it too, but I'm giving my shout out to the people who are walking that picket line right now. At these GM plants, man. And I see you got a UAW shirt on now. I don't know if that's kind of cool you're wearing that. But, did you notice that? Yeah, okay. I just, we came up in this place, right? We came up in this General Motors land, and it's been good and bad for us. You know what I mean? The city as a whole. And I think we all know the struggles. And I don't want to get all of that, but the workers, man, and what the workers need all over this world is to stand up more. Because there are people just making billions of dollars off our back, and I like what this UAW president's going, how he's telling it like it is, I mean, when you're talking about billions of dollars in profit, you need to spread that down to the workers. And I think that needs to happen at Amazon factories, fast food joints, wherever it might be, and whenever I see workers uniting like that, I love it. And I think we need to see more of it. There's so much inequality when it comes to this world, in this country, and I think they got to start giving it up. And I think the power of the worker is important. And don't listen to all that crap where you guys are whiners, or you guys are already spoiled. Don't listen to that crap, man. If you know your worth, go get it. Go get it, man. And I think we got to do more coming together instead of fighting each other. And trying to get these people to pay up, because man, it's hard living out there. It's hard living if you got to walk to work, right? If you got to, you bust your car up, man, and you that's your money, right? It's hard living, man. So we deserve more. Workers deserve more, and I think it's time people start paying. That's what I think. So that's my shout out, man. Give it up to those picket line workers and everybody out there grinding, man, trying to make it work, man.
Okay, I think I just seen Lard ass from Stand By Me getting ready to come in here and do a podcast. So
all right, y'all.
We better let him have his time.
Shout out Flint Public Library in here again. If you guys haven't done this up in the library, get here. Thanks to all you guys for watching again. We appreciate it.
And if you decide to come in here and take the class, let the instructor instruct the class.
Look, I was just trying to help. I was just trying to help.
Trying to help.
All right, y'all. Peace out, man.
One quick story, man, about that. What was funny about that day, everybody's taking notes, and Randy's conducting the class and all that. And, the instructor said, looked at me like, would you be able to such and such? I said, I don't give a shit about none of that. I said, he handles all that. I don't care about. I'm only here because I have to be here.
Gotta break it down sometimes. I was helping the young lady out.
You did. You meant well. You were a dick that day, but you meant well.
All right, down with Flint, y'all. We out.
All right, let's have